Hi everyone, my name is Sandy Borges. I'm a Dean of Education with Hand and Nail Harmony, and I'm here at Gelish headquarters to talk to you guys about the Forever Marilyn collection. It's an absolutely gorgeous collection, and we've even got some really cool giveaways. So if you are tuning in, please comment below and you can win a trio of your choice of color from the Forever Marilyn collection. And that you would get a Morgan Taylor lacquer with a limited edition cap which has her signature on it, a Gelish dip powder in that color, and the Gelish gel polish. So comment below to enter to win. So I'm going to move these out of the way and we're going to get started with our designs. All right, bring my lovely model in here. Ooh, it takes me a second to find my spot. Got to find my mark. All right, here we go. So the first design that I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to show you how to ombre two colors together vertically with our 7-square gel brush. And this is a technique that's really quick and easy to use in the salon just to create some interest in a different base for your clients. I'm going to use a girl and her curls, and I'm going to use classic red lip. So just make sure I've got my lids off. And apply a girl and her curls to the left-hand side of the nail surface. Making sure to cap that free edge. Then you'll apply classic red lip to the right-hand side of the nail surface. And it's okay if you get a little bit of the purple on your red Gelish brush, because we're just going to wipe that excess out on a palette so that I don't transfer purple color into my red bottle. Then I'll use my 7-square brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush back and forth between these colors right down the center of the nail to just blend them together. We will be doing a couple of coats of this to get the perfect ombre. Wipe out any excess if you need to, and just move to the side. If you touch the skin like I just did right there, it's very easy to fix. I've just used a marbleizing tool. This is one of our TA01 marbleizing tools, and just use that little ball just to clean that right off. And you'll perfect your line that way. Now we're going to go ahead and cure this in our 18G unplugged for 30 seconds. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're loving this. Tell us how you like it on the comments below.
We have Michelle saying, hi Sandy.
Hi Michelle, how are you?
We also have Evie saying that she's so excited for the new fall collection.
The fall collection is gorgeous. I agree, Evie, you're gonna love it. All right, go ahead and bring that back out. Line my model back up. Whee! There we go. Okay. And again, we're going to just do that very same thing. We're going to use a girl and her curls on the left-hand side of the nail surface, and classic red lip on the right-hand side. If you touch anywhere, just clean it up before you cure.
We have Sandra who's tuning in from Portugal.
Hi Sandra from Portugal. I'm so glad that you joined us.
We also have Ed Blaine watching from Alabama.
Ah, hi Ed, how are you? Go ahead and take that 7-square brush again and just brush back and forth between those two colors to create that blend. Now you can really see how it's starting to take shape and you're getting that really pretty blend between those two colors. Wipe your brush out. Touch it up before you cure. So I've been here for a few days. We filmed a lot of step-by-steps for our Instagram and our Facebook. So we've got a lot of really fun content coming for you guys down the pipeline. Oh my gosh, seriously? I just got it everywhere. So just clean that up. As long as you clean it off the skin before you cure, you're fine. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just use a wipe and a little bit of cleanser to make sure there's no residue of that on the skin. I just wrapped it in my thumbnail. There we go. And we're gonna cure that for 30 seconds. When I do side-to-side ombres like this, I often will do 2 to 3 coats of those colors, because when you're using the 7 square brush to blend those colors together, it kind of thins them out a little bit. So in order to get the perfect opacity that you want, you're gonna want to make sure and do at least 2 coats, probably closer to 3 coats, in order to get that perfect coverage that you want. When you're doing vertical ombres or ombres in general, one thing to really look out for is to make sure that you're using colors that are a similar opacity to each other, especially if you're new to doing it, because if you're trying to use a color that is sheer, like for instance in this collection, if you're trying to use All American Beauty and you're trying to blend it into that So Monroe, which is a sparkly brown, American Beauty is actually a transparent, kind of milky, sheer color, and you're gonna have a really hard time getting a nice smooth blend between those 2 colors. So keep in mind the actual opacity of the colors that you're working with and whether or not they'll blend well together doing an ombre. Last coat of this, same thing, repeat those same steps that we just did. So a girl and her curls on the left side, classic red lip on the right.
We have your fellow Gelish educator, Jessie, who says that your design is beautiful.
Oh, hi, Jessie. I'm so excited that you were able to join us. Thank you so much. I can't wait until I get to see you again next time. It's been too long. All right, get that blend just nice and blended together here. There we go. I'm just gonna rock the finger from side to side to make sure I've got a really nice and smooth blend. It's always a good idea when you're doing an ombre to kind of back up a little bit and look at the design a little bit more from a distance. It'll be able to tell whether you've got any rough spots in your ombre or not. Just making sure that's super clean. And we're gonna go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. And I have a hair on my lip. Sorry about that, guys.
We have Ed saying that he is loving your ombre design.
Fantastic, Ed. Thank you so much. I love to do ombres because they're a quick and easy way to just give your clients something a little bit different.
We also have Karen tuning in from the UK.
Hi, Karen. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's like early there. All right, now that we've got our design completed, I'm going to just come in with just a little bit of gold art form gel and just gonna add a little bit of a flourish on top. I'm going to use our micro striper brush for this. That micro striper brush is uber, uber, uber thin. See how little and thin that is? It's my new favorite brush. I love it. I'm just cleaning off, making sure it's nice and clean. So the art form gels, what is really nice about these is that they have this little lip right here, and so when you're loading your brush with your art form gel, you can literally just dip it in and wipe any excess off on that lip and load your brush perfectly by rolling it through the color to have a nice thin amount on the brush to get a really nice crisp straight line. Or I should say thin crisp lines. And I'm just gonna do a little swirl on the upper corner of the nail here.
We have Lisa in the comments saying that she is loving her new fall colors.
Awesome. I love them too, Lisa. They are so beautiful that I know I'm going to be using them non-stop. They are amazing. So when I'm doing designs like this with the little swirls and things like that, they're not going to be totally symmetrical, and that's okay as long as you have them for the most part as symmetrical as you can make them. Your clients are going to be happy with them.
We also have Sarah saying that she is loving your tutorial.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Sarah. I love doing these. They're so much fun to do. All right, I'm just going to add a couple of little dots with my marbleizing tool to finish this design off, and we'll cure. So I'm using the TA01 and adding the dots from the outside of my little swirl in. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cure for 20 seconds, or 30 seconds, sorry. 30-second cure on the Artform gels. Now, Artform gels will cure without an inhibition layer if you're doing them on top of a cured and cleansed top it off surface. So that's kind of a cool thing if you want to add just a little bit of a design on top of your finished gel manicure. You can go ahead and do that. Or you can use them as I am underneath your top it off. It just depends on the look that you want. You're going to get a slightly more matte look when you do them on top of your top it off, as opposed to the really shiny look when you do them underneath your top it off. And found my spot again. Whee! That's the rough part. It's all backwards when I'm trying to look at the screen to do it. So apply your top it off, cap your free edge first. It's really important when you're applying any of your gel products to cap that free edge so that you get the best wear possible. We are working on a structure tip overlay. So I used the Cover Pink Structure Gel. Go ahead and slide that in. We're going to cure that for 30 seconds. I used the Perfetto tips in our Gelish dip base coat, shaped them the way that I wanted them shaped, and then I actually created the overlay with the Gelish Structure Gel, the Cover Pink, and the clear. And it's just a really nice natural kind of set. It's a little bit more flexible than an acrylic set would be, or even a hard gel set would be. So it's got a little bit more give for your clients. So if they have rigid nails, the structure is a really nice way to add a little bit of flexibility to them. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to cleanse that. Just a little bit of cleanser on a wipe, nail surface cleanse. Cleanse all the way around. And that's that first design finished. Roll that from side to side so you guys can see. Just a nice, fun little ombre with a little bit of embellishment. Okay, so for the next one, I'm going to do an ombre using a limited edition brush that we have, but I'm going to show you as I'm doing it an option to use another type of brush. So if you don't have an ombre brush or you aren't able to purchase our ombre brush that we came out with last winter, I believe it was last holiday, then there's another option that we can do using our gel striper. So I'm going to show you both of those options. The colors I'm going to use are That's So Monroe, A Girl and Her Curls, and Classic Red Lip. Kind of have a theme going, right? A little folly theme. I like the dark colors in this collection because they're gorgeous. I love the shimmer in That's So Monroe and the glitter in A Girl and Her Curls. Really, really pretty. So apply a little bit of That's So Monroe at the top of the cuticle area of the nail. Then apply A Girl and Her Curls directly underneath that. And this will cover the upper half of the nail. Then I will apply Classic Red Lip to the lower half of the nail.
All right, we have Aisling and Trina both tuning in from Ireland.
Hi, how are you guys? How's Ireland? I'm so glad that you tuned in. All right, so this is the limited edition ombre brush that we had. We do still have some of them available at Nail Tech Supply. So if you're interested in getting one of these brushes, check them out and see if we still have some there. When I'm using this brush, it's going to be kind of a tapping motion with the little bristles on the end here. You can see that when I move them between my fingers here, or on my finger here, you can see kind of how it's a little bit sparse. That's because half of the bristles are cut out of this brush, so it leaves just kind of a little bit of a, I don't want to say ragged, but that's kind of the only word that's coming to mind. Feathery, maybe is the best word to say, kind of a feathery edge so that you're able to blend these colors together really well. So you're going to use this tapping motion in between those two colors, kind of up and down and back and forth along that blend line until you get them looking the way that you wanted blended. And you will do 2 coats of this because that's how you get a really nice smooth one. You will be wiping out some of that color of your brush because you're going to pick it up on your bristles, and your bristles are going to want to kind of stick together a little bit. So you want to make sure and wipe those out and kind of fan the bristles by like rubbing them like this on a wipe so that you can wipe some of that product out of them, and you can come back in and really create that nice ombre blend. Just tapping back and forth and across that line.
We have Ed who is watching at work with his clients.
Ah, fantastic. Are your clients learning something too? That's cool. That's way cool. Now they're going to expect you to do it though. You better be taking notes. All right, now we're moving down into the purple and blending between the classic red lip and the Girl and Her Curls. The reason that I have the classic red lip on the lower half of the nail is because honestly there's a little bit bigger color difference in those two between the Girl and Her Curls and the classic red lip than there is between That's So Monroe and A Girl and Her Curls. So this gives me room to create kind of a 4th color on the nail that is a blend of those two together and still have classic red lip in its full color on the very tip of the nail. So it's just to give me room to blend them and get that really nice ombre. And you will take a little bit of time with this. This is probably the more futzy of the whole ombre type of designs that you could do because you just have to keep going back and forth till you get it how you like it.
All right, we have Trina who says that classic red lips is stunning.
Classic red lips is absolutely gorgeous, definitely. I have so many clients that I know are going to wear that color all holiday season.
So one of the questions that we have is, what's your favorite shade from the collection?
My favorite shade from the collection is A Girl and Her Curls. I love the purple, and it's got a little bit of sparkle in it, and I love purple, so it's my favorite. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm just going to back off a little bit and kind of bend her finger down so I can see if I've got any rough spots. You're probably going to see more rough spots in between the purple and the classic red lip, so between A Girl and Her Curls and classic red lip. You may have to work with it just a little bit more to get it blended there. All right, that looks pretty good though, so I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then we will do that again.
We have Jenny saying that she is loving your color combo.
Thank you, Jenny. I love that color combo too. I think most of my clients are going to want to wear it. They didn't get to see it yet. I don't sneak peek stuff to them until after because they want it and they want to wear it and then they want to post it on social media, and it's a big no-no. So I don't do that. They don't get to see stuff anymore beforehand. They used to, but they ruined that for themselves. All right, let's get back in focus. Ooh, that was way out of focus. All right, ooh, okay. All right, good. We're going to apply those colors one more time. Just a tiny bit of That's So Monroe at the cuticle area.
So for anyone just tuning in, can you let them know what the giveaway is and how to win?
Absolutely. So if you're just tuning in, the giveaway is commenting below to enter to win. And if you do, they're going to pick a trio of winners to win a trio of products. So you're going to get a Gelish dip, the matching Gelish gel polish, and the matching Morgan Taylor with the limited edition Marilyn Monroe signature cap. Apply A Girl and Her Curls to that middle section, right underneath the That's So Monroe. And then apply classic red lip to the lower half of the nail. If you touch your previously applied colors with your gel polish brush, like I just did right there, and you get a little bit of purple on it, that's no problem. Just wipe it out on a wipe before you put your brush back into your red bottle. That way you don't cross-contaminate your color with purple. Okay, now I'm gonna show you kind of the alternate way to do that. So you've seen the ombre brush. Okay, this is a gel striper brush that I have modified. I have a lot of modified brushes. So what I've done is I've basically just fanned it as much as I possibly can by like literally trying to like ruin it. So just make it messy. Make it like a found brush kind of. So when you get it spread like that, then you can use those bristles to tap those colors together as well. And you're just gonna use just the very tips of the bristles, same way. You will have to wipe these out occasionally as well, but this works really well to do an ombre too. So if you don't have the ombre brush, no worries. Just get a gel striper brush, an extra one, ruin it, it'll be your ombre buddy.
We have Sarah who says that this look is very creative.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I love doing ombres, like I said before. I just think they're beautiful and they're really fun to do. All right, so I've just wiped that brush out. I have to wipe all of the color out when I'm using this brush because the bristles will tend to stick together just a little bit more when I'm doing this particular look. So I just keep a wipe handy and make sure I wipe all of the color out when I'm transitioning from color to color. And it's that same tapping motion I was using with that other ombre brush.
We have Sheena from the UK saying she should be in bed, but she's up watching this instead.
Oh, thank you so much, Sheena, for staying up to watch my live. I so appreciate that. That's fantastic. Just keep tapping it, making it blend. We want that sucker to be smooth like butter. Wipe that brush out a little bit.
So one of the questions that we have is, how do you come up with your designs such as the ones that you're doing right now?
Well, the way that I come up with my designs is first I get a look at the colors, and I also get sent the mood board for the collection, kind of what the behind the scenes, what their inspiration was for creating the colors. So I kind of take my inspiration from that. And with this being a Forever Marilyn collection, I really wanted to do some things that kind of brought those rich colors to life and blended them together in ways that we don't usually blend them. And I also really wanted to do some fun and pretty, like filigree kind of style, like lacy work with the art form with it, because I thought that would really just embody that glamour of old Hollywood. So I'm just gonna continue to tap this together and get that blend just the way I like it.
We have Jelly who says that she really likes the design you're creating.
Hi, Jelly. Thank you so much. I think it's turning out great so far. So I'm just coming back and forth now, and I'm just checking to see if I've got any rough spots in my ombre. And I've got a little bit more red, classic red lip right up here. So I just want to really tap that in and blend that down. Wipe that brush out. So if you guys hear the model cough, sorry. It's one of those things, man. Murphy's Law, always happens. You'd be fine all day long, but the second you gotta try to be quiet, it's like, you can't. That's how it works. All right, so I got a little rough spot right here, just backing up and taking a look at it. And a little rough spot right here.
We have Jeanette who's tuning in from Switzerland.
Hi, Jeanette. How is it in Switzerland? I've always wanted to go there. Just cleaning up the skin before I cure. If my brush little hairs touched anything that they weren't supposed to touch. And I got a little roughness right here that I saw when I moved it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds in our 18G Unplugged. If you guys haven't seen the 18G Unplugged, it is amazing. You can take it literally anywhere, and it's awesome. I love it. I haven't switched it out in my salon yet because I'm hoarding it at home because I love it so much. Just gonna put the lids back on those colors because I am notorious for knocking stuff over. So I don't want to mess. So I'm just gonna put my lids back on while that cures. Then I won't have that problem. All right, I'm gonna again use the gold. Ooh, wait, we are way out. All right, there we go. Okay, you need some more water? Okay. Wait, there we go. And I'm again gonna use the gold art form gel and our micro striper to just do some little filigree designs down the side to accent this nail.
So for anybody who was wondering, can you let them know where they can purchase the Forever Marilyn collection from?
If you guys are wanting to purchase the Forever Marilyn collection, you can find them at your local Cosmoprof, and you can also find them at Nail Tech Supply. We're just doing some fine little lines here to create a little bit of a floral inspired design. It's not actually a flower, it's just inspired by the leaf shapes. Just something pretty to set it off.
We have Lisa in the comments saying that you're really funny.
Oh, thanks. I think I'm funny, but you know how that is. Sometimes you think you're funny, but you're not really funny. So I appreciate the fact that you think I'm funny. Thank you. All right, we've got just a little section here to finish this design off.
We have Belinda asking what lipstick you would recommend with these beautiful nails.
Oh, a classic red lip, absolutely. Go ahead and slide that in 30 seconds. I would say that any kind of classic, like blue-based red, would be amazing with any of these colors. Very much a classic 50s pinup look. Yeah, I think that would be beautiful.
We also have Kelly saying what beautiful detailing.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Detailing is really fun to do, but sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating or a little bit challenging. So if you're having trouble with doing detailing designs, just practice it on practice drawing it with a pen first, and then practice with a brush and just regular paint following those lines, because a lot of it is just the pressure on your brush, the difference between using a brush and using a pen, because most people can draw really cool little doodles and detailing designs with a pen, but when they get a brush in their hand, they kind of freeze up or they use too much pressure and it applies too much paint to the surface. So just practice over the top of designs that you've already drawn with a pen or a pencil, and you can build your skill and also build your confidence that way. I think this looks pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and apply our Top It Off now.
So we have Sherry in the comments who also agrees that the Gel Unplugged is the best.
Oh my gosh, yes. When Danny first told us that he was coming out with a battery operated gel polish light, we were all just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, yes, finally. I have struggled in the salon in my pedicure area with dropping my stupid lamp because I didn't have a hold of it, or my hand was kind of wet still, and I went to pull it up and use it on the foot and dropped the light because it's attached to a cord and the cord hung up on something. So yeah, having the unplugged is amazing, amazing. It's totally done away with that because I've literally broken probably 3 lights in my pedicure area for that very reason. Because I've dropped them so bad that they've jerked where you plug it in at, they've jerked that out. So then I had to replace it, and nobody wants to do that. All right, we're gonna apply a little bit of nail surface cleanse on a wipe it off and just remove that inhibition layer from our top it off. And there we go, we have our finished 3-color ombre with art form details. All right. Now for our final nail that we're gonna do here. Way out of focus, guys. Hang on a second, let me find my mark. It's so backwards. Okay, got it. Got it good. Sorta, there we go. We're gonna use, some girls prefer pearls. So this is an absolutely beautiful, shimmery, pearlescent white color. It is so, so pretty. I know I'm gonna have a ton of my clients wanting to wear this for the holiday season because it's just this beautiful snowy white. I am going to apply 2 coats because I want to have maximum opacity of it. It is a semi-sheer color, and we're going to cure that for 30 seconds.
So we have Trina in the comments asking if you've always been artistic.
Hi, Trina. Yes, I have. I was that kid that got in trouble for drawing on the wall with crayon all the time before magic erasers were invented. Yeah, my mother would say that she's really glad I learned to channel it into something less destructive.
We
In
also
fact,
have Kathy who says that she loves the gold streaks.
thank you. I love them too. They're so much fun. All right, let's get back. There we go. Do, re, mi. Okay. Apply a second coat of A Girl and Her Pearls. Or some girls prefer pearls. La, 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 la. I knew I was going to do that at some point. Say the wrong name. Go ahead and slide that in. Cure for 30 seconds. Now, to prep for this next part of the design, are these still, hang on, I want to make sure that they're still good. Oh, no, I need to make them. Hang on a second, I gotta make my colors again because they kinda got baked under these hot lights that we're in under here. So we'll just do that again so you guys can see. So I'm going to use a little bit of each of these colors with a little bit of Top It Off and make them semi-transparent. Not totally transparent, but just a little bit sheerer than they are straight from the bottle. So apply my Top It Off. I'm going to need 5 little dots. And I'm going to apply, this is Flirty and Fabulous. This is a beautiful teal color. And just apply a dot to that dot of Top It Off. Then Classic Red Lip. Then A Girl and Her Curls. And that's So Monroe. Then I'm going to use a 7 square brush. I just want to make sure it's clean. Wipe it out. And what I'm going to do is just kind of mix these colors together so that I get a semi-transparent version of each of them. Then just wipe the excess out of my brush and do the same with the following colors. These are really, really pretty. When you make them a little bit sheer like this, you can create some really cool looks with them. And finally, that's So Monroe. Get that mixed. All right, those look pretty good. So I'm gonna just pull this back out of the way here. Oh, that was so close. You were almost like right on. Sweet. I'm going to use the semi-transparent A Girl and Her Curls first, and I'm going to apply just a little splotch of it right down the center, just right in the center of the nail. Wipe your brush out, and I'm going to apply a little bit of Classic Red Lip, the semi-transparent version, right there. Wipe my brush out, a little bit of Flirty and Fabulous. Wipe your brush out, and that's So Monroe. And then start again with A Little Girl and Her Curls. I'm going to use that striper brush that I made all funky just to kind of tap out on the edges and kind of diffuse those colors a little bit. Just wipe them out as you're swapping between.
We have Ashley who's just tuning in, and she says hello.
Hi Ashley, how are you? I hope you enjoy what we're doing today. Just tapping it in between those colors, blending them together, wipe your brush out, in between switching. Okay, so we have just kind of a blended effect down the center of the nail. We're gonna go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. So when you add Top It Off to colors to sheer them out, and you're planning on putting some intricate line work on top of those, one of the things that you can do is you can dry wipe that surface, because the Top It Off is going to have a little bit more inhibition layer than the actual gel color themselves do. So that means it's going to want, the colors may want to self-level just a tiny bit in that inhibition layer. The other thing that you could do is you could always use the matte Top It Off and apply that, cure it, cleanse it, and then do your design on top. If you're not really confident in your design skills as far as painting them on, one great way to practice it is to use matte Top It Off. Apply your matte Top It Off, cure it and cleanse it, and then you can practice painting and drawing your designs on there, and if something doesn't look right, you can just cleanse it off before you move on, and it won't ruin anything that's underneath it. And I'm going to use my micro striper brush again. I put it back. Why did I do that? There it is. And I'm using the white art form, the white essential art form this time, to create a really pretty fleur-de-lis typey design right down the center of the nail surface. So I'm going to just dip my brush in the white, and then I'm going to roll through it on the little lip of the art form jar. Because when you're loading for these fine lines, you don't want to have a bubble of product at the end of your brush. You just want that to be smoothly loaded all down the bristles. You'll get much finer line work this way. Oh, hang on. I forgot to dry wipe. That was close, guys.
We have Sabrina from Michigan who says that she loves your artwork and our new fall colors.
Oh, thank you so much, Sabrina. I love the fall colors too. They're amazing. All right, back to the art form. Okay, so we've got our brush loaded. So what I'm basically gonna do is just create a C shape, a backwards C shape, right in the center. And I'm going to do a C on the very bottom. And I'm pretty much centering these art form lines over the top of the colors. Now you'll be able to see it over the top of the Some Girls Prefer Pearls, but you're gonna have the best color payoff with it if you keep it more concentrated right down the center of the nail. It's just gonna have more impact that way. Create my little swirl. When you're creating swirls, sometimes it's easier to do only half of it at a time. So do the bottom half first and then come from the top side to do the top half, instead of trying to get those bristles to go all the way around and swirl like you when you're drawing it with a pen, because the way the brush bristles bend, they could actually create a thicker area. So it's a lot easier to get a nice thin line by drawing toward you for the bottom half and away from you for the upper half. Then I'm going to just come in and add some little flourishes all the way around those little swirls. Using a little bit of pressure with my brush, then lifting up to create kind of a teardrop shape.
So we have Jeanette wondering, what is the color that you're using for the thin C shape?
I'm using the Essential White Artform 2D gel. So it's our gel paint, and these are absolutely awesome because you can use them underneath your gel polish, or your gel polish top coat, I should say, or you could use them on top of a cured and cleansed top it off surface. So these are multi-use that way. You can use them to create these super thin fine lines like I'm doing today, or you could actually use them to ombre with, you can use them to paint characters with. They're super, super versatile. Coming in from the top. Coming in here from the bottom. Just reloading my brush and making sure I don't have a big bubble of product on the end of my brush, because that's going to make my design not look as nice. I don't want it to be chunky. And just design till you like how it looks. This design is not meant to be super symmetrical, so you can just do whatever feels right. You can do as much or as little as you want.
We have Lisa saying that she is loving all of your tips.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. That is awesome.
We also have Alina in the comments saying that this is looking awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I love doing nail designs. I wanted to be an art teacher when I was young, so I love doing art. It is my life. Just finishing off this design here at the bottom.
So we have people wondering, what color do you have on your nails today?
The color I have on my nails is I Orchid You Not. It's one of our core colors. We always like to do something that's kind of nude on the technician when we do our filming. That way our nails don't distract from what we're actually teaching you guys. And so this one was my choice out of our kind of nudie colors from our core collection. And I'm just going to come in and add a couple of dots in a couple of different areas here. Just taking a look and seeing how I like it. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. Once that's done curing, we're going to go ahead and apply our Top It Off, cure that for 30 seconds, and then cleanse it with Nail Surface Cleanser.
We have Ayin saying that your color choices are fabulous.
Thank you so much. These colors made it really easy to make fabulous color choices. This collection is awesome. I love it.
We also have Jennifer and Marlene who both say that this looks great.
Thank you so much. I think these have turned out really well, and I'm super happy with them. Okay, we're applying Top It Off. Cap that free edge. Remember, it's always really important to cap that free edge with both your color and your Top It Off, as well as your foundation when you're doing it on the natural nail. Go ahead and slide that in. We're going to cure that for 30 seconds. And again, I'm putting lids on things because I don't want to stick my elbow in it or knock it over. I have my favorite jeans that have red all over them because I forgot to put the cap on and I picked it up and the bottle fell, of course, because I had the cap in my hand. Everywhere. It was everywhere. And it couldn't have been blacker that I could have sprinkled sugar on and cleaned it up. Oh no, it had to be gel. Yeah.
We have Ashley saying that your design is amazing.
Thank you so much, Ashley. The Art Form gel paints really make it easy to do really fun, thin, beautiful line work. All right, nail surface cleanse. We're cleaning off that inhibition layer from our Top It Off. And now I'm going to apply Nourish to the 3 nails that we've done. When you're applying Nourish from a bottle, you've already sanitized the nail surface because you've cleansed it with nail surface cleanse. So just apply the brush to the surface of the nail and then rub it back into the skin and the cuticle. That's a little tip to keep your product from being cross-contaminated by touching it directly to the skin. And just rub that in. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Send a bottle home with your clients. Then I take a dry wipe and I just wipe the excess of the Nourish cuticle oil off of the surface of the nails. I find this just makes sure that I get that beautiful, beautiful shine.
We have Danielle who says that you're making this look so easy.
Thank you so much, Danielle. It does take a little bit of practice, you know, like I didn't start out being able to do super fine, thin lines like this with a brush. But like I said earlier, practice them with a pen first and then actually recreate them with a thin brush and paint. And you'll build your skill and you'll also build your confidence in doing fine line work. So there we have our 3 finished nails with the Forever Marilyn collection. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Remember, if you commented below, you're entered to win the trio of nail products. So you get your choice of colors and you get a Gelish gel polish, a limited edition cap with Marilyn Monroe's signature Morgan Taylor lacquer, and the Gelish dip in your choice. So hopefully everybody loved it. Let us know below.